You are listening to Winning It Talks podcast, and this is Vishwanath, your host. The topic of my episode today is going to be astrology and sporting success. Dear listeners, would you believe in this modern era, the All India Football Federation hired an astrologer for the good fortunes of their men's football team? Yes, it's true. It did happen. But you may frown at me if I tell you astrology can help you in your sports performance. I will justify on what I said as we go along. Now, let's come to the main story. From media reports last week, it has come to the light that All India Football Federation splurged rupees 16 lakh on an astrology firm, Nyasa Astro Corp, which it hired to motivate the national football team. Whether it was a coincidence or not, we don't know, but the Indian football team gave a splendid showing and secured a berth for the 24-team AFC Asian Cup final showdown to be held in 2023. The Sunil Chhetri-led side recorded its best ever Asian Cup campaign. The talismanic forward led from the front with 4 goals from 3 matches to take the Indian national team to the finals. But this move by AIFF to engage an astro firm has raised eyebrows, and many have come forward to question it. A team insider told the media a motivator was appointed for the national team ahead of the Asian Cup. Later on, it came to light that the company which was engaged was an astrological firm. Former Indian goalkeeper Tanmoy Bose ridiculed the idea of engaging an astrological firm and hit out at the AIFF for becoming a laughing stock. Bose added, at a time when the AIFF repeatedly failed to conduct proper youth leagues and many prestigious tournaments were forced to shut down, incidents like this will further tarnish the image of Indian football. He further said it was just a smoke screen, since the AIFF officials are quite capable of using the money to sponsor their upcoming foreign trips. Haha, black magic is nothing new to Indian football. One Delhi-based club once had roped in a Meerut-based Baba for a key league match, and after their triumph, the team credited its success to the Baba. It is being claimed that 3 sittings were conducted by the astro firm Nyasa, one at Ballari in Karnataka and twice at Kolkata last month in May 2022. But it's surprising to note that none of the players recall having interacted with anyone of this nature. Why did this contract with NASA Astro Corp create such a hue and cry, and why was it dubbed as a stupid and meaningless exercise? Did NASA Astro Corp really speak to the players? Or was it an exercise to help the office bearers of AIFF who are entangled in several so-called scams? What transpired? Let us analyze. As someone pointed out, it could have been a spurious deal meant to siphon off money. Again, for us to unearth the truth, top officials like Mr. Kushal Das, former General Secretary AIFF, must come out and clear the air surrounding this deal. This NASA Astro firm was drafted to develop brand image and international appeal for the AIFF national men's football team, and also to provide encouragement and motivational advice to prepare players. Another duty assigned to NASA was recruitment of new players for the team and to analyze the strength and weakness of each player. It is yet not known if this astro firm did help in Indian team's fortunes, especially to qualify for the next year's Asia Cup. I want to further analyze the duties assigned to the astro firm with regards to motivating the team. It is not the role of an astrologer to work on the motivation of players. At best, it is left to the motivational speakers, former players and other experts in the field. Usually, football players are picked to different teams based on their track record, experience, skill level and performance. How do astrologers understand these aspects unless they have played the game and have been associated with it for a long time? It is the job of the selectors to pick the team. At best, when the astro firm is given a provisional list of players and are asked to shortlist the players based on the key requirements for football, namely the grit, focus, discipline, determination, never say die attitude, and the astrological predictions of individual players on how successful the player is going to be, then the role of the astrologers makes sense. The other role of astro firm was to develop a brand image for the men's football team. We are yet to hear about the work done in this area. Whether the NASA Astro Corp company really did any work with the team and whether they were able to help the team to qualify for the Asia Cup 2023 is a different matter. But as a sports psychologist and a believer of the traditional Indian methods myself, what I wish to emphasize here is that astrology cannot be brushed aside under the carpet as some kind of phony science and a mystical practice. It is also not stupid or ridiculous for people to seek astrological solutions when they are in trouble. Traditionally, many have found relief through astrological consultations. Though astrology was born in ancient India and has survived the test of time, it's in these modern times it has lost its true value. There are reasons for this. One is that modern India has grown very scientific and logical, and unless you prove anything scientifically, you are branded as fake and hoax. The same fate has befallen astrology. Second, many astrologers have misused astrology commercially to make a lot of money. Astrological consultations are sought from well-meaning, experienced and knowledgeable astrologers. It has its benefits. Astrological consultations is not predictions alone. Astrology gives many practical solutions to various problems based on the person's planetary positioning. The practical solutions offered can be practiced by the subjects themselves at a very low cost. The astrologer prescribes to some practices like chanting the names of gods and gurus or reciting some verses called mantras or shlokas. Chanting and reciting of mantras and shlokas can help the athletes and common people deal with their fears, anxiety, anger, worry, low self-esteem and insecurity. They can instill a sense of hope, courage, self-belief, mental calmness and peace. They can also help in increase concentration, mental strength and positive mindset. Based on the planetary configurations at the time of birth and current astronomical positioning, the astrologers offer suggestions on the practices that are to be followed and what are the restrictions to be observed. I mean the do's and don'ts. When these practices are followed diligently based on the timelines suggested, they bring positive results. Though these practices are popular among Hindus, Sikhs, Jains and Parsis, they The athletes hailing from other religions and faiths can also follow similar practices like chanting and recitation as advocated in their own religion. Even Western astrologers propagate their brand of astrology, which is also based on planetary positions. Tarot reading and numerology are other forms of astrology that are popular across the world. Usually, the athletes try to attain the results by their own efforts, but they too are human. They try to attain the results by their own efforts, but they get stressed during competitions. They doubt themselves. Taking 100% responsibility to get the desired results will rob them of it. Instead, following practices suggested by their astrologer will bring about deep faith that their Lord or their higher spirit is with them, assisting them to execute to the best of their ability will fetch the desired results. When we were young, our elders told us, put in your best efforts and leave the rest to God. Or in the other sense, put in your best efforts and leave the result to God. Makes sense, isn't it? Now to summarize, it is give your best, leave the rest, your higher Lord will take care of your results. This is Vishwanath signing off for Winning Edge Talks podcast.